Hi, welcome to the big picture. It's Variety Telethon time, and we have a preview with everything you need to know right here, right now on the big picture. We're at the media lunch, and the most important person, or certainly one of them, who is here with us, Melissa. I don't know how many years she's been doing this, but I don't think we could have the telethon without Melissa. Tell me what it means to you.
Kind. I love supporting the telethon and being part of it every single year. And my favorite part is being able to meet the celebrity child and do the story about the celebrity child every year. And this year it's Sully Mattil, 10 years old, and he is just such a sweet boy. His entire family is, and they've been helped so much by Children's Hospital and by the Robert Warner Center, and they're so grateful for everything that they've received and the care that they received. And all of that is because of Variety supporting Children's Hospital, the Robert Warner Center, and so many other children's charities. And so being able to share Sully's story, maybe pull at the heartstrings a little bit of our telethon viewers and encouraging them to donate to help families like Sully is so important.
Well, we thank you so much for your participation and for all you've done, and we can't wait for the telethon.
I can't wait for it either. We are so ready for it, and we're so happy that Channel 2 can be part of it again this year.
We're at the media lunch, and one of our old friends, Pete Gallivan, who has participated in the Variety Club Telethon for a long time with Channel 2, is happy to be here and tell us about his involvement with the Variety Club. Hi, Pete.
Well, hello, Judge. How are you? Yeah, it seems like they come faster and faster every year, right? But the Variety Kids Telethon is just one of those things where you feel like you're at a family reunion every year because everyone's just in such a great mood because we know we're pulling together for such a great cause. And it's kind of the broadcast personification of the City of Good Neighbors. You know, there are so many great causes and great organizations in this community, and the fact that Variety Kids, Variety Club touched so many of them and so many families. And you just look at the kids' faces. That puts a smile on your face, knowing that you're helping families through their toughest times, really.
You get a chance during the year to see a lot of people. Do you talk about it? Do you realize how many people watch the telethon and participate?
Yeah, well, we talk. I think anytime someone comes to this city from somewhere else, they realize how big a heart this city has collectively. And, we'll talk about the Variety Kids Telethon. We'll talk about the various other, you look at the number of groups that pull together and raise the amount of money that's raised from a city this size. When you talk about Variety Kids, when you talk about other organizations like 11-Day Power Play, Ride for Roswell, you name it, it doesn't seem like wallet's empty when it comes to a good cause and pitching in for families in need. And it's a top of conversation in a lot of forums. And whenever we do the telethon, I'll hear people for a good month. Hey, I saw you on the telethon. What you need to sing with Frankie Shinta, or something like that. And we all grew up watching the telethon too. From the Jerry Lewis days and all the telethons that were on. They were part of our growing up, and the entertainment is what brought you through the door, but the warmth, the inner warmth, is what keeps you going.
We heard this year you're going to be singing.
You do not want me singing because the phones will stop ringing.
Me either, so we're going to keep those phones ringing, and thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Hi there. We get a chance to talk to Joe Chili, who is going to be a very integral part of our telethon, and it's not his first rodeo doing it, I'll tell you that. Hey, Joe.
Hi, how you doing?
It's good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Tell me about what other telethons you've done and how interesting it is for you to do the telethon.
I've done many of them in my 54 years in broadcasting. I know I don't look a day over that, but But it's always exciting to do, and of course, the Variety Kids Telethon is the one that has the most notoriety, as far as I'm concerned. It affects so many great people, and I've had so many relatives, children in my family that were born at Children's Hospital, of course, or that have had to go there for some sort of treatment at some time. So it's very important to me to do that, and I think we've all grown up with the Variety Club Telethon as well. I mean, I remember seeing it when I was a kid and just saying, who's going to be on this week? Who's going to be doing this? Who's going to be doing that? And I'm lucky enough to be able to host for WBBZ, I think it's 10 until noon on Sunday. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think that should be a great thing, and I know you're very intricately involved as well. And so, and I'm always confused whenever I see you, whether I should refer to you as Penny or Your Honor.
You can try both.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Penny, Your Honor.
And we should tell everyone that I also am part of the WEC family, the big WEC family.
That's right. I mean, you do a show on WECK. I do a morning show from 7 to 9 a.m. Every day on the Big WEC. And I think that, the station wants to be really involved in things in the community, because I think there's so many large groups now of properties, whether it be radio, TV, whatever, that aren't embedded in the community. They're owned by somebody outside of the area. So it's nice to have somebody whose focal point is Buffalo and Western New York.
And here we are on WBBZ, our only locally owned television station, participating in a very big community event, and happy to do so.
Absolutely. And I think, I watch your shows all the time, and the breadth and width of all the people that you have on, I don't know how you do it. I don't know if people owe you favors or you just go out and knock on doors, but I'm very impressed with the people you get on.
A little persuasion and somebody named John DeShulo.
All right. Well, that works too, because I don't want him knocking on my door all the time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We get a chance to talk to one of our favorite entertainers, who's here at the media lunch with us, and of course is going to be participating in the telethon itself. What are you going to be doing on the telethon, Will?
Well, we're going to be trying to really engage the people to really give to an organization and with the kids. Like I said, I'm a variety kid myself, so everybody knows my story. If you don't know my story, due to Variety and Children's Hospital, I was able to survive heart murmurs as well as spinal meningitis. So, being a full-time creative musician and all of that, I want to charge up the musicians and the singer community to give, because it's needed. It's needed, and I'm so thankful for Variety.
People might not have known your story. I'm glad you brought it up. So you really have a background with Children's Golisano Hospital. Tell us about how they helped you.
Yeah, I was born in 1980, and I was born with 4 heart murmurs. And, I was served under Dr. Catherine So at the time. And, basically I was diagnosed with 4 heart murmurs, and due to the care that I give, and plus God, my holes were healed. 3 months later, I'm being bathed by my mother, and I had a lot of sweat bubbles. I had 104-degree temperature when I went to the hospital. They packed me in ice, and I went into a coma. And I was diagnosed with state of the spinal tap, and I was diagnosed with spinal meningitis. So thanks to the care that I received at Children's Hospital, I came out of the coma 3 days later, and during the coma time, they had said that a couple things might happen. They prepared my mom and my dad for, either me being partially blind, partially deaf, special needs on my brain, and due to the care and the prayers, I came out a creative.
Well, we're so we're so glad that everything worked out, and we thank you so much, and we can't wait to hear you performing and talk to you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Love Variety.
We will be right back with more. Stay with us.